All right, well, here we are after I don't know, after the first race of the Championship 16. Guys, it was everything we expected out of Phoenix.
Hard to pass for a lot of people. Hard to pass when you get up towards the front. You couldn't really pass. Strategy, though, I think the strategy was a hit. I really do. The less tires. We'll talk to the driver. I asked Chris. Carroll didn't like it in the interview.
Yeah.
But I think as the season goes, or as the playoff goes on, I think he will end up liking it. But most drivers have liked it.
I heard his interview too, right? And I mean, I guess he's right and he's wrong.
I get it. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I get it.
So his philosophy goes for the playoffs in general, right? So yes, all the playoff drivers are racing for points. Yes, that allows other drivers to do haymaker strategies and, let me just see if this works, right? But that's for everyone outside the playoffs, right? So once you're not in the playoffs anymore, you can do that anyway, right? With
Right.
any amount of tires, any amount of fuel. That's mentality of a lot of the drivers. I'm just going for wins now. So yes, he's right in a sense, but it would do that anyway.
Yeah. All right, well, let's unleash the hounds, get everybody in here, Tanner, and we're going to talk to them. We'll see what they say. Here they come.
Release the hounds.
All right.
Literally, with Rick Johnson.
we'll get to that too. As the cameras fire up, here we go. This is
look at TBB.
Oh, I love that mustache, Philip. I have got so much more respect for you at this point.
You like that, do you?
Yeah, it's something.
You know what that means? It's gonna be a bad winter.
Oh, who's wearing a helmet?
That's gotta be Austin.
All right, Edson, we're gonna put you in timeout for a little bit, buddy. You just let us know when you're ready to come back.
Looks like he's already in timeout.
He had an episode with his dog earlier. That was something else.
An episode with his dog?
He had the wrong mic on, and his dogs were barking, and he hits the mute button on his actual mic, but it was his webcam mic.
Mm-hmm.
So he mutes his actual mic, and then just screams at the top of his lungs, "Shut the up!" at the dog. It worked for about 10 seconds, and they started barking again.
And then the puppy, whenever I stayed out at the end of stage 2 on old tires, the puppy jumped on me whenever I was about 10th place going into turn 3 in the braking zone. I almost crashed.
All right, well, talk about jumping ahead. Austin, you're in the first spot, so yeah, keep going.
Oh, yeah, the strategy almost played out perfect for me tonight. Just I didn't need that last yellow. If we didn't get that last yellow, didn't get the heat cycle, me and Dalton might have been able to run down Cody, but we had to try something different to even have an opportunity because he was so daggum fast. And that's what we tried. Just didn't work out.
You know, I called it after the race. I think another 10 laps is what you guys would have needed. Because, and I don't know how the tire model works in this car because I've never driven it. But I know in other cars it takes a couple of laps for the heat to build into those tires before they do a thing. By the time that happened, the race was pretty much done at that point. So
that yellow, and I almost cleaned out Carroll. I couldn't on the restarts going into 3.
We both almost did that.
I could not get on the brakes and it not lock up if I was on the inside of turn 3 on the first 2 laps of a restart, and I almost destroyed him just like I did Jamie at Richmond. So thankfully he either saw me coming or we just got lucky and missed. But it was a fun race.
All right, and you ended up finishing, what, 4th?
Fourth. Good points night.
Good points night. That's really, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you guys are looking for. You're not going to win this, Mark. Turn it down. God dang, I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Oh,
he's so dumb. He's so dumb, bro.
No, it's my headset.
He's got to turn up so loud, and I'm the one who's deaf in one ear.
Right.
I'm missing a race next round, so I had to take those bonus points in the first 2 stages. So thank Cody. Thank you, Cody, for pitting both times. I appreciate you, buddy. Giving me a chance in the round of 12.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get it on over to Cody Heinzman, who, look, tonight, Cody, you showed a tremendous amount of speed. It's obvious you worked on a couple of things. I saw one thing in particular, which was how you were restarting. I thought that was pretty clever. Tanner still doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I do, and so do you, I think. 51 brings it home first place here tonight. It's got to feel really good heading into this.
It
Spill the
does
beans.
to start the playoffs this way, but you know, I just got to thinking about a second ago. It'd feel a whole lot better if we had that whole Phoenix finale thing going right now, but we'll still take it. It was a lot of fun. I can't recall. It was probably hasn't been since Rockingham where I felt like I had the car on rails quite like that. You know, it's a slog every single week with the guys at the front here, week in, week out battling. So tonight it kind of caught me off guard, but I just got into a rhythm and I could not, like, that rhythm was not breaking, so it just worked out.
Yeah, I saw a lot of drivers that, you know, the car would kick out a little bit here or there, and never really saw that out of your car. So aside from the start and restart zone, where I very much know what you were doing and think it's ultra clever, did I miss something? Did the car ever kind of deviate from what you were thinking it was going to do?
No, it stayed pretty in line with what I was expecting based on, you know, the laps I'd run in practice. I felt like where I had the biggest advantage as the run went on was exit of turn 2. I was exiting the corner so much lower than it felt like everyone around me was, and I felt like that paid off in the long run. And I was talking to Chris a little bit, to Carol post race, and he was telling me that every time we went down the front stretch, kind of at the tail end of it, he would lose like a tenth on me. And apparently it's because he wasn't shifting up into fifth. I'd shift up into fifth, right back down into fourth on entry, and I guess it was enough for about a tenth a lap. So,
yep, and that's pretty much what we saw.
What?
Dalton,
you were shifting into fifth?
Yeah, on entry and then right back down into fourth.
I was in fourth gear the whole daggum race.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was upshifting to fifth going into 1, and then downshifting all the way to third once I got into turn 3.
I was staying in fourth the rest of the lap.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Different. That's probably why my rear tires were wearing just a little bit more than the front. But
yeah, you were using them up, man.
Anybody else notice?
Keep going, Dalton, because
I screwed up qualifying horribly.
Yeah, your qualifying effort was
so my explanation for that, or my excuse, as Mark would probably call it, would be I went to go throw the first lap away. I tried to get heat in the tires to get it just have that little bit of extra grip for the second lap, and I entered really high into 3 coming to take the weight, and then coming out of turn 4, I'm like a tenth, no, not a tenth, like maybe a second, maybe like 1.2 seconds up on the 29.1 I turned, and I was still gaining coming out of the corner, and then just back end stepped out, and I got a 2x spun across the line. So there went that. But just was trying not to run into people tonight, but I guess I annoyed a certain 00 car, and I mean, shocker with me, I tend to annoy people even when I don't try to. So just glad I was able to have a lucky caution for once. Finish third.
Annoying me right now.
Yeah, shoe fits.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hey,
I didn't see anything happen from y'all.
In practice, I guess he was on a long run, and I didn't know he was on a long run, so I just did my normal corner entry, and then he was like parked because he was on such old tires,
Right.
and I locked it up to avoid him, and he kind of swerved and
That pissed him off.
that
made him
was
mad?
one thing, and then under yellow, we were coming out of the pits. I didn't even know he was alongside me, and I just turned to get like away from the wall and not potentially risk getting one of those stupid unsafe exits.
Right.
And he was just right there.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
There.
Yeah.
And he comes up over the mic. Really, bro? That's the second time tonight. I was like,
Is that how it sounded?
yeah, that's
Okay.
just about exactly how it sounded.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
Pretty close.
Imitation there.
Good job. Good job.
So,
Anybody
I saw that.
Anybody else notice you can watch other people's Q laps now?
yeah,
That's the
cool.
first I heard about it was tonight.
Yeah.
It is pretty
I like it.
cool. I like it.
that's been a long time coming. I don't know why we couldn't do that before. I'm happy that they finally put it into service, because if you're one of the first guys out, it's pretty damn boring to sit there for 8 more
Right.
minutes and just do nothing.
But now, let me ask you before we go to Mark, if you're one of the fast guys, do you want to go out first and show people what to do during qualifying? You know? It's kind of a double-edged sword there.
I figure they already see what to do by the time practice is over and we've started practicing a qualifying run. So I mean, you could have that mindset, but I gave up on that a while ago. Even with like a good race run, like I can't just sandbag all the practice and expect to actually have practiced. You know what I mean? So people are gonna see what you're doing regardless. So you just gotta hope that after they see it, you're still better.
Now, one thing I'm wondering, did they put in a stipulation where you have to be done with your qualifying to where you can see everybody else, or can you just see everybody else? Because
No,
I only noticed after I was done with my laps that I could pull up somebody else's stuff. I didn't even try before.
No,
Could you watch people before? Could you watch people?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Good. Okay.
All right, Mark.
All right. Yeah, Mark, you're up. Stage 1 strategy, was it to fall back like you did?
It was.
Okay.
I just knew we was gonna have to at least double stint. So I said, well, I'm protecting my equipment and trying not to wreck as normal. And I was just said, well, I'm gonna lay back because I'm a double stint. And then after I double stinted, it was keeping up good enough. I said, I don't think I'm gonna take tires this last time. I still wasn't slow, but what's his name had the bright idea to stay out. I don't know why he stayed out for 10 laps, and that's
Still upset with his ass over that bullshit.
That would be
That's
the
Rick's
16th.
favorite friend. That's his best friend, Rick. Chris Berg and Eric Blount.
he had 45 laps since he had pit, and I was like, why is he staying out? You know, but you got me. I don't get it. Guess he's trying to get some points, or I don't know, because it didn't really matter to him. But
he's racing.
I guess he's trying to get that one.
Back out front, boys.
The one thing that's always been true, Mark, and I've heard you say it a million times, you'd never ask somebody to not race.
Yep.
No, that's right.
And that's what he was doing.
It sucks if it affects you negatively, right? It does suck, but
he was trying for the best finish he
could
get.
have been doing it for a teammate. He could have been trying to trap people down and basically throwing his, because he's going to pit in 10 laps. He's going.
Right.
Yeah, he's going 2 laps down with that strategy.
Yeah, so maybe
he said, if I'm going 2 laps down, I'm taking y'all with me. Y'all are going 2 laps with me.
Unless he gets a quick yellow and then he's trapped you and gets a bit.
That's what it looked like he was doing.
Right. Thank you, Taylor, for being rational. Taylor and Cody, thank you.
Yep.
Fucking Mark.
I was right behind that mess, so I'm like,
we're
had a hard time.
We're gonna get there. I promise. We got the right guy to talk to down in the corner there. But Mark, finish up your race. How did was the car handling decent for you tonight? Because honestly, it looked like when you were trying, you would move up.
Yeah, it was handling fine. I mean, I got loose a couple times and saved it, which I haven't been able to do before. Right, the car just snaps into the wall.
A lot of saves tonight. A lot of saves.
Yeah, but
stamping on that brake pedal.
I finished the race. That's what I was shooting for. So.
Yep.
Did you say camping on the brake pedal?
Stamping.
Oh, I just said camping on the brake pedal. I was like, what?
Would have had a 0x. It wasn't for MFRD penis tie.
I saw him running the back of you and then hit the wall himself.
Hey, he's like, I got loose. Yeah, after you hit me.
All right.
He left that part out of the team chat.
Oh, of course. Yeah, naturally, you got to.
I was like, I'm
Dutchman?
passed you clean, ran you down, passed you clean, then you go in the next corner and try to bump and run me. What the heck?
Whenever Mark shuts up, Dutchman. What about you, brother?
Hey, man. Hey, hold on. The gas station attendant talked for like 30 minutes. I get a little time.
When have you ever known Mark to be the guy that's going to shut up?
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
When the ball's rolling, it just doesn't stop.
Gets bigger and bigger.
Actually, I was glad to see the last caution because I was going to be short on fuel. So I was happy with that. But once again, stage racing, I hate it. So you see where I was at in the stages. I mean, where was I at the end of the race? So, and that's on top of racing with this. So I got a nice little gash right here with 5 stitches in it.
Yeah, that's my question. How'd that happen? What happened to that?
I was working on my street rod, and
was you working on it or it working on you?
Well, it worked on me because
Mark has his own opinion.
Yeah, I was test fitting engine into the engine compartment there, and it kind of slipped a little bit. And hey, I'm glad I had gloves on, and I still got that. So
wow,
yeah,
it could have been.
It could have been a lot worse.
Sorry, Phil, being interrupted. Yeah, well, what are we doing up here with all the gifts? I got this one guy. He's confused up there. And Dalton, that's a good looking fella right there. I don't know who that is, but
It's Sergio Perez.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm real happy with the eighth place finish. So I started 18th. So I mean, stage racing, I hate it.
Making me hungry.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
You were.
Well, I'm glad I helped you out there, Philip. I'm glad I helped you out.
Thank you.
Well, that's one TNA guy you helped. We're gonna get there too, but I even forget where the hell I was going, so I'm not gonna. How about it, TBB?
I mean, pretty clean night for me. I just kicking myself once again because if I would have just stayed out and ran it dry, and had I known the caution was going to come out, would have been where Dalton was. But still, given the fact I started the playoffs with no playoff points, and they come away with good stage points, 0x, leading laps, and the P6. I mean, at a track I'm usually not that great at, I can't complain too much.
All right. You were up front a good portion of the night. You were in top 10, good portion of the night. It was a good run for you, bud.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that's going to go a long way. Like the rest of your season, you've just been consistently there towards the top, and you've had a great season. Really, you have.
TBB.
Yes, sir.
Who started on the pole for the 1995 Pepsi 400 or whatever it's called? 1995 Pepsi 400. Who started on the pole?
Why now? God.
All right, who won the 1995 Pepsi 400?
Pretty sure it was Jeff Gordon.
All right, I hate you with a passion. Who started on the pole? TBB, tell me. You know who started on the pole?
It wasn't Sterling Marlin, was it?
It wasn't Sterling Marlin. I'll give you one more guess, and we'll gotta go.
It wasn't Dale, was it?
It was Dale.
Okay.
I don't know how he does it.
It was one of those guys.
He actually qualified good for once.
Yeah.
He did. He was on the pole position, probably from that's the 400, so it wouldn't be speed weeks or nothing like that. So
He does have one 500 pole. It was 96, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, qualifying wasn't his forte.
Before we go on, I have to do this. You guys won't hear it, but the chat will.
Are you farting?
Nah.
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at?
All right, well, why are you doing that? 2001 first Martinsville race. Who won it? 2001 first
Martinsville race. Dale Jarrett.
2001 Martinsville race.
Why do you do this to me?
Good touch, Chris. I liked it.
Thanks,
Who'd you say? TBB? The 2001 Virginia 500. Who won?
Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, Dale Jarrett won. Who started on the pole?
I want to say Gordon.
It's Jeff Gordon, bro. I hate him. I hate him. You're right. Jeff Gordon. Good job. All right, Rick. Talk to your night.
Corey, I'm not seeing anything yet. Are they like direct messages?
What's happening?
I think he's just making fun of the fact you have so many notifications.
Yeah, I think just about every server you're in has a little red dot.
That's all right. That's fine. RT76. Come on, Rick. Let's get it on. Don't
crazy.
What? Pricks, all from barking like a dog to I don't know what was going on tonight.
I was all right. I mean, I started out fine and I made a choice to go after stage points at the end of stage 2, which kept me down. And then I got stuck a lap down, and a yellow came out. And a dumbass who decided he needed to stay out on 45 lap old tires and 9 laps worth of fuel left decided he needed to stay out, for whatever reason, I guess so that you guys would say his name once during the broadcast. And, that basically annoyed me at that point. But then when we got to the end, I had a chance to race for the lucky dog. And he decided he wanted to start racing me like a, like a dick. And so I was like, all right, you want to race me that way? I'm going to race you back that way. And so at one point, I think Philip and most everybody that was around at that point kind of could understand what I was doing because they could see how I was racing at that moment. And so I appreciated a little bit of a wide berth that Philip gave me to get up there. And I gave him a little love tap on the back. And when I gave him the love tap, the first one was very intentional. The second one was not.
Easy, Ray. Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble.
No, the first one I gave him a tap, and he didn't wreck on the first one. Like I hit him in the ass and on a spot where, he wasn't gonna wreck from where
I ended up with 0x anyway. So for the race,
Yeah.
so, it was all good.
And then the second hit when he decided to hit his brake at a, very odd spot in the track is where he got his butt spun.
Yeah.
Corey
And
Sherman
then-
was the real victim in that, though.
Yeah,
Sherman, yeah.
I saw that later, and I'm sorry that Corey and Amanda, whoever, I think a couple people got caught up in it. I'm sorry for that because I wasn't trying to take those people out. But yeah, I was like, and then the moment that I hit him, he gets on there and goes, "Oh, I hope you get a penalty for that." And I was like, "Well, no shit, I'm gonna get a penalty. I just hit you in the ass.
That was my
What
fault.
do you think is going to happen, stupid?" And so then he comes on there and he's just, waiting and waiting. And then after they call it out, he decides he's going to make another smart ass remark. So I was like, why don't you just keep on barking over there, shithead? So I was like, that's what I was doing that because I was like, why don't you just keep on mouthing off over there, you piece of crap?
So long story short, stay away from
you really
Rick
fail.
next week.
Yeah.
RT76, I need you to be in a pedigree car next week. Like dog food, something dog related. For real, something dog food related. That would be great. I lost it in the booth when I heard him bark. I had to actually go back and listen to it because y'all turned down. I was like, wait, what'd he say? And I went back like, he barked at him, dude. He was barking at him.
That's all I heard. I was like, all you're doing is barking. You're like a little noisy little freaking annoying
that's
dog
all,
over
to
there
be
in the
fair, that's
corner.
all MFRD heard all night from Austin's dogs. So
Yeah, that's true. I had my wrong camera, or I had my wrong microphone. It was like my voice was coming through my PlayStation controller that's hooked up to my
Oh
computer
my God.
instead of my mic, and I didn't get to change it until like 50 laps to go.
yeah,
It was
he
not good.
sounded like he was on the other side of the house from his mic. It was
TBB,
fun.
Taylor,
Hi.
1987, Bristol.
Oh, see, I didn't even wreck him. Corey's the one who actually hit him. I just put him sideways.
The 1987 Bush 500, Taylor.
Oh, is that the night? Oh, I can't remember that one right now.
I can't tell you that. I don't know if it's night or day, honestly. Actually, it was night, August 22nd.
I know Earnhardt won the spring one. Why you do this to me right now?
Who won the night race?
He's trying so hard to catch you.
I've
off
never
guard
stumped him.
once.
I've never stumped him ever. Ever.
Earnhardt didn't sweep it that year, did he?
He did sweep it that year.
Okay. I mean, I couldn't think of anybody else.
I can't stand him, bro.
Taylor, how old are you, dude?
You had
I'll
too
be
long to
29
Google that
next
one.
month.
And you know all the stuff from that long ago?
Yes, he does.
Dude, you could ask him probably who won the Masters in 1947, and he'd probably know it.
Yeah, that one's stretching it.
Nah, he ain't gay.
Easy.
That's crazy, dude.
All right, Lagoon, what we got?
We're gonna wrap.
fire?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna wrap. So
Oh.
rapid fire. Top left-hand side of the screen. Austin, close us up.
Good race. Looking forward to Homestead. Homestead's great. Cannot wait for Homestead. That's going to be fantastic, especially with the new rules. Got to be a lot of weird strategy with that.
I'm just playing. All right, Cody Hounsman.
Really looking forward to Sonoma in 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm not.
Said nobody ever. Kilrow.
That's interesting.
Glad we're out of Phoenix so that track can burn.
I agree.
Technically,
Mark.
it already burns.
I'm really looking forward to Sonoma in 2 weeks, but this car sucks.
Lone Dutchman.
Had to
Lone
happen.
Dutchman. Captain
Trying to
Mustache.
figure out what I'm going to do about next week since I'm supposed to be in South Carolina.
You take your whole rig with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and figure out a way, I guess.
I've done it. I sadly can say I've done it.
Tell
Yep.
South Carolina they gotta wait.
I can't do that.
Priorities.
Grandkids, can't make them wait.
Well, then enjoy it, Philip. Enjoy it, brother.
Yeah, I'll figure out a way though.
Tanner.
TDB?
No, Tanner. I'm gonna give you one.
The strategy, I like the strategy difference there at the end. I don't know who had tires, who didn't at the end of it when it was all said and done, but I think it was a hit.
TBB.
I haven't ran Homestead in the next gen, so I hope it's as good as what I think it will.
It's not.
I feel like ever how good it is in any other car, just divide that by 2, and be by half
Only
as
2.
good.
Still
Well,
better than
be
most
by
other
half as
tracks.
good.
Within
It will be.
Depends on who you are, apparently, because Heinzman's up there giggling to himself right now. Rick Thompson.
The pit bull.
Send us home, brother.
Yeah, I was actually very happy with the old tires where everybody had to run around on old stuff. I felt like it made for good racing, honestly, and I was having fun to be honest most of the night until the 16
You know what?
decided to not make me happy anymore.
I thought at
But
first
yeah.
he was saying. I thought Rick at first was saying he liked the old strategy better. I was getting
No,
ready.
I like the
You
new
gonna put
strategy.
shit here, bro.
No, I
got you.
like what happened. I
Right.
like how the
Turn
race
your
played
camera
out
on
tonight.
so we can see the anger in your face.
I don't have my camera on my
We
computer.
don't
You
need
look
to
like that one emoji.
I had to
from
take
it
the
to
work.
Freaking,
I'm gonna take it to
what
work.
movie?
I had to take it to work for a real estate thing.
Sounds
Speaking
like
of work,
good.
sell that house, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I
sell
know,
that
right?
house.
Yeah,
Nothing better
everybody,
than a
everybody
nice
hope.
commission.
Give me some good vibes. I got a house I just am getting.
Don't advertise.
Yeah. Oh
Good.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Well, good
Oh
luck.
my God.
Right.
Might find out.
252-261-2000.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I couldn't remember it, dog. Good job. I wanted to. Lagoo.
252-261-2000.
There you go. If you like hurricanes or hate them, call Rick Thompson.
Yeah. Amen. There you go.
All right, Ed, you got to stop, bro. Edstrom, you have got to knock it off up there, brother. I'm
It's free
sorry.
real
Lagoo. All right, go, Lagoo.
Good race. A lot of fun to call. I am interested in Sonoma, and I'm telling you boys right now, if you don't normally do good on a road course, but you're in the top 16 and you're vying for a championship, you start practicing in about 2 minutes because it is going to
No.
eat you up. This
For
one
real.
could decide the championship that early on. All right. Hey, that is going to be it from us live here on True Sim Productions, and we're out. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Robert sitting here seeing how close I can throw my vape without